Hey, the YouTube Chaos Cuber here. Actually, I have to keep it down for a different reason today than usual. It is actually really early in the morning. I think it's like 7 a.m. Right around there. I've basically been up all night, and now I decide to get into an unboxing here. It's actually going to be a really interesting one from eBay. I actually have a package and then I kind of a bonus package. So without further ado, let's get right into it here. Okay, so please pardon the cramped setup here. Let me quickly go get the first box in this unboxing. This one here is not the super exciting one, but this is the bonus package. First off, let's quickly get into this. First off, I do need to get a little bit sharper knife here because this knife is not really sharp enough for trying to open these boxes, but it does do its job. So let's get right into here. First up here, this is kind of a odd unboxing. If you've seen my last unboxing, you might know what these boxes are. These are actually wonderful puzzler boxes. And as you can see, there are quite a few of them in here. These, I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with them, but let me just move these out of the way and open up at least one of them here. As you can see, I got a pretty good deal on all these, and basically this is a box of 10 wonderful puzzler cubes, which is basically, I wouldn't really call it a knockoff, but it's definitely an off-brand Rubik's Cube from the 1980s. I find them kind of interesting, and they're really prevalent right now. So I mean, you can pick them up all over eBay. So I decided to pick up 10 of them. I'm pretty sure I'll do some like sticker mods and other various things where I like to use the Rubik's Cube mechanism for things like that. Like I made a Rubik's Icon cube here recently. Of course, that's made out of Rubik's brand, but I can probably do a few different things with these. I can do some speed solving, maybe try and lubricate and get one of these actually turning pretty well. But if we take a look at the mechanism here before we do first turns, it's a very simple Rubik's type mechanism. It's a little bit more simple than actually the Rubik's mechanism. It doesn't have any caps on the internal pieces as some Rubik's mechanisms do, so it's actually a little bit lighter weight. But these are less expensive than Rubik's brand cubes by quite a bit. And they also have some interesting vintage provenance, being from the 1980s. Get some turns in front of the microphone there. But as you can hear, this actually does turn out of the box a little bit better than some out of the box Rubik's Cubes. It's not a speed cube by any means, but it's not like horrible. It is actually finger trickable, though it is a little bit stiff. A little bit of break-in and lubrication, obviously. These are going to be a lot better. And as you can see here, I now have quite a good number of these. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, and 10, as you can see right there. So, like I said, not exactly sure what I'm going to do with all these, but that is the first and kind of bonus unboxing. Let's quickly check corner cutting here. I thought it might cut corners a little bit, but it does not. Without lubrication, at least, it barely cuts corners, if anything. Okay, so now on to the more exciting unboxing. This is a, I don't know what you call it exactly, but probably like a puzzle collector's lot from eBay. And this one has a surprise, potentially. Hopefully you can hear me here. I'm going kind of away from the microphone. This one potentially has a surprise in it. So let me go get that quickly. Here's the box. It's actually a shoebox. And it's also a little bit too big to fit in the frame. My current zoom there, so let's zoom out a little bit. This was from a puzzle collector of some sort, and potentially this has an old plastic Dayan 2x2 in it. I'm not exactly sure, but in the photos, from what I could tell, it seemed to be an old plastic Dayan 2x2. It seemed to have the black screws and all that. But as for if it's actually an old plastic or not, that's going to be a surprise. I did get a good deal on this lot, and there are some other interesting puzzles in there. So either way, it's not a big loss. So let's quickly try and open this up here. I'll try not to show my address on the other side, so I'm just going to open it here off the camera a little bit, and then flip the flap open here as it's a shoebox. And there we go. Let's get right into this. As you can see, that's the first thing we see as we open the box there. We have some bubble wrap on top, and actually, wow, thanks for the little bonus there. I'm not sure if that was pictured or not, but we have some cubicle lube. That seems, well actually, there's quite a bit in there. Silicone lube, weight 5. Let me just take these out of the bag here quickly. We actually have some cubicle lube right here. This is actually weight 3 right there. Seemingly brand new bottle of Maru lube. Almost full, I think that's 10 cc's of, I mean it's 5 cc's there by the side there, of weight 5. Almost used up too, but weight 5. And some actual little tips there. So actually that's really cool. I didn't think those were mentioned in the listing. And I guess those are some freebies. And as you can see in the box here, they're actually fairly well packaged. So without further ado, let's get right into these. I'll leave this one for last year, the Dayan 2x2, which is possibly a surprise. First up here, I don't actually remember which cube this is. I'll put it right there. I believe this is actually, you know what, this is a Weilong GTS. It's actually the first Weilong GTS I've ever had. It's not the GTS 2, it's the original GTS. And first turns, first of all, this has been broken in, lubricated, and all that. The stickers are in just okay condition. I'm just going to move the box out of the way here so you can get a better view of that. Stickers are a little bit worn. I think he said this thing has about 500 solves on it. And actually turning right out of the unboxing, I'm not going to say out of the box because I'm sure this has been lubed and tensioned, it turns very light and very, very quick. Let's test the corner cutting here quickly. As you can see, it has easy 60-degree corner cutting, about full corner cutting with just a little bit of effort right at the end there. Reverse is line to line or better. It's a very lightweight cube. Actually, like I said, this is my first Weilong GTS I've ever tried. I'm pretty impressed out of the box. It feels a little bit slower than like the GTS 2, which I don't like the speed of. It's a little bit too quick. Just a quick mic test thing there. Let's get into the next cube here. I actually don't know which one this is, so I'll put it up on screen. This is a 4x4. I should definitely have looked into this before I started recording, but I'm assuming that this is maybe a Yushin 4x4. I don't know. Either way, it turns fairly well. Yeah, it seems like a pretty good 4x4. Maybe it's a Aosu. I'm not sure. So anyway, let's just test corner cutting on this one here. Don't want to pop it, but it seems to cut just past line to line there. And reverse. Not a lot of reverse, just a little bit of reverse. Seems all in all to be a pretty good 4x4, and if I remember from the listing, it's not super thoroughly used either. Next up here, we have a Yushin Red 6x6. I believe it's spring swapped, he said there. And actually, that turns fairly well. I like the smaller size of the Yushin Red 6x6. And actually, I think I have 3 of them now. One of them a magnetic spring swapped one. And then this one, and then another one, which I actually had to spring swap myself, and that was pretty much disastrous because I had to like kind of over lube it, reassembling it. This one here feels a bit sluggy and also just a bit unstable, as these tend to feel. But as you can see, it's a fairly close to mint condition Yushin Red 6x6. I might do a giveaway or something on this at some point. I'm not sure exactly. For right now, it's in the collection. And next up here, this is a Moyu Aoshi, I believe, 6x6. Never tried this one before, and this is the 6x6 from Moyu. Straight off the bat here, it feels a bit unstable, and it's also quite a bit larger than the Yushin Red, as you can see right there, or can't see. I don't know, it's a little bit larger. Normal 6x6 size, and I don't know, it turns fairly smoothly. All the different layers seem to work pretty well, and I don't know, it just feels a little bit unstable for my turning style. I don't do a lot of 6x6, but I definitely will start here now that I have that Yushin Red magnetic. But it's mostly just for the collection. There's an Aoshi 6x6, and last but not least, this is the Cubic Aofu GT. I was actually really excited for this one here because I have the pillowed Aofu. I was going to go grab that one there, but it's not super easy to get to. But I have the pillowed Aofu, and for the price I paid for this whole lot, this was a really good deal on the Cubic Aofu by Moyu. Obviously, I don't think this is going to perform up to par with modern 7x7s. As you can see, it's on a little bit of loose tensions there. And I don't know, it didn't pop on me there, but it just kind of had like a lockup. Straight out of the box, corner cutting here is actually pretty good. Obviously, it's having some kind of, I don't know, what do you call it there, catching issues. But other than that, it seems to be a very, very fast and pretty good 7x7. Not super detailed in any of these cubes here, but this one seems, I like it a lot more than the pillowed one, just because, I don't know, I'm just not used to pillowed cubes. As for size, I think it's a little bit bigger than the like MF7S or any of those. I think it's a normal sized, smaller sized 7x7. It's smaller than the Xingshao 7x7, but I think it's a little bit larger than some of the smaller ones on the market today. So that's it, mostly for the collection. That is a Cubic Aofu GT. Okay, well now this is actually pretty exciting. If this is actually an old plastic, which I think it is, looking at here right off the bat, I'm going to see if I can decode that logo right there. It looks like JB Cuber maybe. had an old logo on there, but that looks like an old plastic Dayan 2x2. So let's get into the first turns here. He did say actually that this needs repair. The internal mechanism is popped, but it should work once it's repaired. And wow, that does feel a little bit different than the new plastic here. So actually I'm going to try and fix that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm not exactly sure why he just didn't fix it, but he must have just wanted to sell this thing here quickly. But here's some more confirmation. This is actually an old plastic one. For anybody who knows anything about them, I guess you can take a look at this. I don't know a lot about them, but this is supposed to be it's supposed to be an old plastic, or at least it looked like one in the photos, and now that I'm actually seeing it in real life, it definitely seems to be one. I'm pretty sure I know how to do the alignment mechanism thing here, so let's get the rest of it back together here and see how it works. Okay, now moment of truth, let's see if this thing actually turns correctly, and wow, there you go. So actually, I don't even remember where I ended up watching a video of how to assemble a Dayan 2x2, but somehow I ran into that video within the last week, and there you go, it came in handy right now. So anyway, I assembled it, scrambled here. Let's do a quick, just a very, very quick solve on this here. And by quick, I mean a very slow solve, but it's just going to be like a completely slow, random solve. And actually, there you go, corner twisted. And it's back. Wow, the feeling on this cube is really, really something else. I'm actually really impressed by that. A lot of people herald the old plastic Dayan 2x2 as being the best ever, and I actually have to agree with it after feeling this thing here. It's extremely soft and smooth, and I really like the feeling of this puzzle. I definitely won't be my 2x2 main, but I'm definitely keeping it for the collection, at least for quite a while here. We'll see, I don't know, because I mean they are fairly valuable right now. I ended up getting an old plastic Dayan 2x2, and I am very excited about that. My picture skills have finally paid off. I looked at the pictures there, it looked like an old plastic to me, and there we go. That's super cool. Confirm in the comments if you know for sure if that is an old plastic Dayan 2 or not. It definitely seems to be. And that is the highlight of this unboxing. So anyway, I tried to keep it fairly short on this unboxing here. These are some used cubes from eBay. First off, a little bonus there, and secondly, all of these right here. Got a pretty good deal on these, and they're definitely a good addition to my collection. A few that I didn't have, as well as the surprise / mystery of the Dayan 2 old plastic. A little bit tired / quiet or whatever, just from being up all night, I guess. But hopefully you enjoyed this quick little video thing. Like, comment, subscribe below if you enjoyed. Check out my Instagram at @ks_cuber. I'll put a little link thing up there, or at least a name, and then it'll be down in the description below. Also, leave any comments, questions, anything you may have. KSCuber out. Goodbye. Okay, and also I forgot to do a sound sample on the Dayan old plastic 2x2, so I'm just going to do a quick solve here while my microphone's starting back up, and then I will actually film that. So I don't know, I'm just on camera, microphone right now. Let's just try a quick solve here. This is not going to be a very quick one, as I'm not very fast at 2x2, but this cube turns very, very nice. Okay, here's a sound sample. Okay, end of the video.